Toyota dealers made $49.6 billion in service and parts revenue last year alone. A massive chunk of that money came directly from Toyota SUV owners just like you, paying hundreds of dollars for jobs that take 10 minutes and cost less than $20 in parts. Today, I'm exposing 5 specific repairs that Toyota dealers are charging $300, $400, even $500 for, that are either completely free somewhere else, or so simple you can do them yourself in your driveway without any mechanical experience. And number 3 is the one that makes me genuinely angry, because dealers are charging $450 for something that costs $18 at AutoZone and takes less time than brewing a pot of coffee. Before we get into it, this applies to every Toyota SUV on the road right now. Your RAV4, your Highlander, your 4Runner, your Sequoia, your Venza, your Land Cruiser, every single one of them. Toyota builds phenomenally reliable vehicles. That's exactly why dealers have to make their profit somewhere else, and that somewhere else is you, sitting in the waiting room, trusting them to be honest. They're not. Number 5, tire rotation. Dealers charge $50 to $80. Your actual cost is $0. Let's start with the one that makes every mechanic laugh out loud. Tire rotation. Toyota dealers will charge you between $50 and $80 every 5,000 to 7,500 miles to move your tires from front to back and back to front. That's it. That is the entire job. Here's what they don't tell you. Discount Tire, America's largest tire retailer with over 1,100 locations, rotates tires completely free for the life of your tires as long as you bought at least one tire from them. Costco Tire Center does it free if you bought tires there. Firestone, Pep Boys, and NTB all offer free rotations with any other service. Even Walmart Auto Centers charge only $2.50 per tire, meaning $10 total for your Highlander or RAV4. A Toyota dealer in Houston was caught charging a 2023 RAV4 owner $79 for a tire rotation that took 12 minutes. That's $395 per hour for a job that requires 0 specialized knowledge, 0 specialized tools beyond what any shop already owns, and 0 parts. One owner on the Toyota Nation forums posted that their dealership had been charging them $75 every oil change interval for 3 years. That's over $450 in tire rotations alone. She found out Discount Tire had been doing it free a half-mile down the road the entire time. Stop paying for tire rotations at the dealer, full stop. Number 4, engine air filter. Dealers charge $80 to $120. Your actual cost, $15 to $25. This is where dealers graduate from annoying to genuinely predatory. The engine air filter on virtually every Toyota SUV is a rectangular foam and paper element sitting inside a plastic box under the hood. No tools required on most models. You unclip 4 clips, pull the old filter out, drop the new one in, reclip the box. Done. That is the entire procedure. Toyota dealers are charging $80 to $120 for this service. A 2024 Toyota 4Runner air filter at AutoZone costs $18.99. A Highlander filter just runs $16.99. A RAV4 hybrid filter is $21.99. We are talking about a $20 part maximum, and the labor is literally 0 because there is no real labor involved. Here is where it gets infuriating. During routine oil changes, dealers perform what they call a multi-point inspection. Technicians look at your air filter and flag it as dirty, sometimes regardless of its actual condition, because they know you are sitting in the waiting room and you will say yes to anything that sounds important. A service advisor at a Toyota dealership in Florida, who asked to remain anonymous, told an automotive journalist that upselling air filter replacements during oil changes was one of the easiest ways to hit their monthly numbers. Customers never say no. They do not want to look cheap in front of the advisor. A Toyota RAV4 owner in California posted receipts showing her dealer charged her $110 for an air filter replacement in 2023. The part number on the invoice matched a filter that retailed for $17 online. She paid $93 in labor for a job requiring no tools, no mechanical skill, and approximately 45 seconds of actual effort. Check your air filter yourself. Hold it up to a light. If you can see light through it, it is still good. Toyota's factory recommendation is every 30,000 miles under normal conditions. Most dealers recommend every 15,000 miles. Coincidentally, that doubles the number of times they can charge you. Number 3, cabin air filter. Dealers charge $80 to $150. Your actual cost is $15 to $30. Here it is, the one that makes me legitimately angry. The cabin air filter is the filter that cleans the air coming through your vents inside the cabin. On the RAV4, the Highlander, the Venza, and most current Toyota SUVs, it sits behind the glove box. On the 4Runner and Sequoia, it is typically behind a panel under the dashboard. Replacing it takes between 2 and 7 minutes, depending on the model. No tools, no mechanical knowledge. You open the glove box, push the sides in slightly to drop it past the stop tabs, and the filter housing is right there. Slide the old one out, slide the new one in, close everything up. That's it. Toyota dealers are charging $80 to $150 for this. An OEM equivalent cabin air filter for a 2022 to 2024 RAV4 costs $14.99 at AutoZone or O'Reilly. A premium HEPA-style filter for a Highlander runs $24.99. The markup is not 50%. It is not 100%. A dealer charging $120 for a $15 part and 2 minutes of labor is operating at roughly a 700% markup on parts alone. Consumer Reports investigated dealer service pricing in 2023 and found cabin air filter replacement was among the most consistently overpriced services at dealerships across all brands. Toyota dealers were specifically flagged for charging between $89 and $165 for a service that independent shops do for $25 to $40 for parts and labor combined. One owner on the Sequoia forum posted his 2021 Sequoia service invoice. Cabin air filter replacement, $148. He went home, pulled up a YouTube video specific to his model, and realized he could have done it himself in 4 minutes without opening a toolbox. He described it as the most expensive 4-minute YouTube tutorial of his life. YouTube has hundreds of model-specific tutorials. Search your exact Toyota SUV and cabin air filter replacement. Watch the video. Buy the filter online. Do it yourself. You will feel like a genius the first time you do it, and you will never pay a dealer for this again. Number 2, throttle body cleaning. Dealers charge from $150 to $350. Your actual cost, $8 to $12. Now we are getting into services that sound technical enough that most people just say yes without asking questions. That is exactly what dealers are counting on. The throttle body is the valve that controls airflow into your engine. Over time, Carbon deposits and oil vapor residue build up on the throttle plate and inside the throttle body bore. When this happens, you might notice rough idling, hesitation on acceleration, or a slight decrease in fuel economy. Toyota recommends cleaning it periodically, and it genuinely is a legitimate maintenance item. What dealers charge for it is not legitimate. $150 at the low end, $350 at the high end for a job that requires a can of throttle body cleaner, a rag, and about 20 minutes. A can of CRC, throttle body cleaner at AutoZone, costs $7.99. A can of Berryman B12 Chem Tool costs $8.49. That is your parts cost. The procedure involves removing the air intake hose from the throttle body, spraying the cleaner inside while manually moving the throttle plate open, wiping it clean, and reinstalling the hose. On a 4Runner with the 4.0-liter V6, on a Highlander with the 3.5-liter V6, on a RAV4 with the 2.5-liter four-cylinder, this is the same straightforward process. A Toyota dealership in Texas charged a 2020 4Runner owner $285 for throttle body cleaning as part of a recommended service package at 60,000 miles. The parts cost was listed as $42 on the invoice, which means they used their own marked-up cleaner rather than an $8 can. The labor charge was $243 for a 20-minute job. That comes out to roughly $729 per hour in billed labor. The 4Runner community forums and the RAV4 World forums are filled with owners who have been hit with this exact charge. The consensus is always the same. Do it yourself. It takes 20 minutes, and there is a detailed walkthrough video for every Toyota SUV ever made on YouTube. Before we get to number 1, if this video is saving you real money, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps the channel and makes sure this information reaches other Toyota owners who are getting ripped off today. Number 1, spark plug replacement. Dealers charge $400 to $700. Your actual cost is $60 to $120. This is the big one, the one where dealers make the most money and Toyota SUV owners get hit the hardest. And the reason it's number 1 isn't just because of the price. It's because of how dealers manipulate the timing of this service to extract maximum money from you. Toyota's factory recommendation for iridium spark plug replacement on modern Toyota SUVs is every 120,000 miles. Read that again, 120,000 miles. The Highlander's 3.5-liter V6, the 4Runner's 4.0-liter V6, the Sequoia's 5.7-liter V8, all come with Toyota genuine iridium plugs rated for 120,000 miles from the factory. Toyota dealers routinely recommend spark plug replacement at 60,000 miles. That's exactly half the manufacturer's specified interval. They will pull your service history, see you are at 60,000 miles, and a service advisor will tell you with complete confidence that your plugs are due. They are not lying to you about the plugs needing eventual replacement. They are lying to you about when. On the Highlander with the 3.5-liter V6, there are 6 spark plugs. NGK iridium plugs, the same OEM supplier Toyota uses, cost about $8 to $10 each at AutoZone. Total parts cost is $50 to $60. Dealers charge $400 to $600 for this job, sometimes more on V8 Sequoias with 8 plugs. Labor is significant on some models because a few plugs sit at the back of the engine and require removing the intake manifold. But independent shops charge $150 to $200 for that labor versus a dealer's $350 to $500. A 2022 Highlander owner in Georgia posted her dealer invoice on a Toyota forum. Spark plug replacement at 62,000 miles came to $589. Parts were listed as $147 for 6 plugs. Labor was $442. She later found an independent shop 2 miles away that quoted the exact same job at $195 total, parts included. The dealer's labor rate was effectively $350 more for the same job on the same vehicle. A 4Runner owner in Colorado documented his experience in detail. His dealer flagged the spark plugs at 60,000 miles during a routine oil change. He declined, went home, called a Toyota master technician he found through an online forum, and was told point blank that his plugs were fine. Toyota put 120,000-mile iridium plugs in that truck. Do not let them touch them until you hit 6 figures on the odometer. He posted the thread in 2023. It has over 400 replies from owners with nearly identical stories. Here is the number that matters. If a dealer convinces you to replace spark plugs at 60,000 miles instead of 120,000 miles, and they charge $500 for the service, they have extracted $500 from you for a service you did not need for another 60,000 miles. That is not a repair. That is a donation to the Dealership Service Department quarterly bonus pool. Here is the bottom line. Toyota builds some of the most reliable vehicles on the road. That reliability is the reason dealers have to work harder to find revenue in the service department. They know you trust the Toyota name. They know you want your SUV maintained correctly, and they use that trust to charge you 3, 4, even 5 times what these services actually cost. The 5 repairs we covered today, tire rotation, engine air filter, cabin air filter, throttle body cleaning, and early spark plug replacement, represent potentially $1,000 to $1,500 in unnecessary charges per vehicle over a normal ownership cycle. That is not speculative. That is based on real invoices, real owner experiences, and real price comparisons between dealer rates and independent shops, or do-it-yourself alternatives. The solution is simple. Find a trusted independent mechanic who specializes in Toyota vehicles. Ask them to perform your routine maintenance. Get familiar with your owner's manual and the actual factory service intervals. Toyota publishes them for a reason, and that reason is not to help their dealerships hit quarterly revenue targets. Your Toyota SUV was built to last 200,000 miles or more. Do not let the dealer make it expensive to get there. If this video saved you money today, subscribe so you never miss the next breakdown, and share this with every Toyota owner you know. They need to see it. Thanks for watching.